Speaking of games based on Wario...
Gold Digger! This one needs no introduction. Just pick me a winner. Press A to pick. You are picking the nose. You have to push A when the finger is lined up properly with the nostril. On level 2, it's the index finger, which is a lot thicker than the pinky finger, which you have on level 1. And on level 3, it's 2 fingers, so you need to line them up with both nostrils. And it's very tight. It's a very tight, difficult. Another timing press A1, but with a sillier framing.
Technically, there's 2 areas of success. And
yeah, on levels
level
1 and 2, you do have the both different nostrils that you can get in, so it's a bit different.
Yeah, there's some twists to it.
Yeah, like yeah, if you get it off, you just kind of push the nose up in an awkward way.
Which again points out the thing I said before. There's sort of signifiers for if you hit too early or too late.
Yeah.
In some of these games.
So, Mona, meaning Wario moves into Diamond City.
Yeah.
And he probably starts becoming known around town.
Mm-hmm.
He's like this big, rich guy who shows up with tons of golden treasures and starts buying up property, probably, and making business deals. And here's our next game already.
Terminal velocity.
Terminal velocity. Stop the trolley in time to pick up the passengers. All aboard! Now, personally, I think they made a mistake not calling this one Trolley Problem. But,
well, that wasn't as popular.
Yeah, I guess in 03 that wasn't as big of a meme.
Yeah.
But, anyway, so Trolley Problem. You hold down A to pump the brakes on your trolley. That's your only control on... You're trying to get the trolley to stop in the area of the station. The station gets smaller on each difficulty level, so you have a smaller goal space to hit.
So a little similar to the,
very similar to the curling one.
Yeah.
So it's you're trying to decide when to start reducing speed, when to begin decelerating, which can be very tricky. Eventually, I've found like a particular spot on the screen to watch, and when the trolley hits that spot is when I start pressing A, and it worked for most of it. When it started getting fast, it started having a bit of it wasn't quite working as well, but I wasn't sure if that was just my reactions were not quite on, or, you know, the actual timing of it needed to shift earlier or something.
Right.
So Wario comes to Diamond City. He becomes known. He's a known presence in the city.
Known fortune hunter, even.
And, yeah, and so Mona probably seeks him out, trying to probably looking for a score herself. Not necessarily trying to rob Wario, though that might have been the case, but certainly, like, once they meet, like, there's something must click with their personalities. Like, she's also very interested in gold and money and obtaining wealth, and so that draws Wario in, and they start partnering up a little bit.
Well, let's talk about Chicken Pinch.
Chicken Pinch! Catch the little bird between the sticks! Here we are, my little chickadee!
What?
Press A to pinch.
Okay.
So, there's this little chicken bug, is what it's called. And it comes, and it walks up, and it hops, and you have to push A when it's up in the air to pinch the little tweezers to grab the little chicken bug.
The little chopsticks.
So, on level 1, it'll walk up, and it'll hop a couple of times. It'll hop 3 times, specifically. And so you'll have 3 chances to grab it. On level 2, it'll only hop twice. On level 3, it'll only hop the once. And on every level, the last time that it hops, it does that little flip. So that's why you see it do the flip on level 3, because that's the only time it does the hop.
Ah.
So it's another timing one, but the difficulty levels don't change the window of timing. It changes how many windows you have. It's always the same length of window relative to the speed of the game.
Right.
So, let's see. We know Mona's a student. We don't know what she's a student of.
Right, so that's what I was going to say. She could be a student of, say, archaeology.
Like, I'm assuming that she's a college student.
Right.
So, yeah, student of archaeology might make sense. That might be why she'd go seeking out Wario.
Or fashion. We know she's fashionable.
Yeah, she is very fashionable. She could be a fashion major. Or some kind of, like, fashion design or seamstress, something like that.
We just don't know.
We also know that she lives out in, like, the countryside.
Yeah.
Far out from the city. So, next game. Boombox. Make the fireworks explode when they reach the correct height. Isn't this a blast?
Kind of. Yeah. Okay, I get it, because you have
Press
the boom
A to detonate.
inside
Because
the
it's
box.
the box. There's the box, and
The
you
boom
press A, and it goes
in the
boom
box.
when you're in the box. It's another press A at the right time. You've got the little firework that comes up, and when it's in the box, you press A, and the box gets smaller for each difficulty level.
Okay.
So you have a more narrow timing. It's this little tiny box for level 3. This one's also kind of tricky. Again, a lot of the Mona games are very tricky. Alright, so we know Mona lives out in the countryside, away from the city, which... I'm not sure if that means that she comes from a wealthy family or not.
Yeah, that's...
Like,
We can't really make a distinction based on that.
Yeah, because, like, it could be that she has, like, a manor out in the hills, but it could also be that she lives on a farm out in the hills. We don't know. So, the fact that she works part-time in the ice cream parlor probably means that she doesn't come from a lot of wealth.
Yeah.
Or at least that she doesn't have access to any family wealth that they may be. So, we also know that she does not respect the police, you know, as right people shouldn't. So, that's definitely another, I really do think that her personality and Wario's definitely clicked in a very strong way.
Yeah.
When they met. So, yeah, now I'm just like trying to think now of timeline. When could Wario have been bringing her out on adventures? What sort of timing would this have been? Next game.